Hey guys, Kinda Funny is having a holiday sale. That's right. If you go to kindafunny.com/store for the next week, from Black Friday until the next Friday, you can get 10% off everything in the entire store. That's all the beautiful shirts that you know and love. That's the cups, the mugs, the stickers, all of that stuff is there. And the Let Tim Host shirts there for this week only. You need that. You need that in your life. Oh, are these all the T-Shirt Tuesday shirts that we exclusively had only on those Tuesdays? Yeah, they're back for 1 week only. All of them in one place. Buy them for you. Buy them for your sister, your friend, your neighbor, whoever you want to buy them for, even people you don't know. It's going to be great. 10% off. kindafunny.com/store.
This episode is brought to you by Loot Crate. Would you classify yourself as a geek, gamer, or pop culture nerd? Then this is the subscription box for you. For less than $20 a month, you get 6 to 8 items of gamer and pop culture licensed gear, apparel, collectibles, unique one-of-a-kind items, and more. Make sure you head over to lootcrate.com/kindafunny and enter the offer code kindafunny to save $3 on any new subscription. Not that long ago, and depending on where you live, not so far away, Loot Crate blasted off into a voyage across the galaxy, searching the far reaches of space to find universally awesome gear. Using December's Star Wars The Force Awakens loot as a launchpad, we landed on some equally cosmic items from Halo 5 and more. With an exclusive Funko Pop and an exclusive shirt in this month's crate, this is the loot you're looking for. That was a Star Wars reference. I just got it. Remember, you only have until the 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific to subscribe and receive that month's crate, and when the cutoff happens, Jack, that's it. It's over. So go to lootcrate.com/kindafunny and enter the offer code kindafunny to save $3 on your new subscription today.
The fuck was that?
It's his back. It's
Jesus,
his grandpa
that's
back.
your back's not supposed to make that sound. Like a leg
I
breaking.
need more than that. I need more.
Did you get to the chiropractor yet?
No, I'm gonna live.
He hasn't even taken Advil.
What's wrong with you? You didn't take any Advil?
Yo, Advil's not gonna make the problem better.
It's an anti-inflammatory.
Neither will ignoring it.
I'm not ignoring it. I'm stretching it out and I'm rubbing my back.
You should Google it.
He did some Eastern medicine yesterday. The ancient art of putting the ottoman on his tummy. Did you see him do that?
Yeah, Kevin, put that photo in.
It's great.
I was trying to.
Oh, yeah, we're going. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the GameOverGreggy show. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller. This is the producer/producer, Nick Scarpino. Part-time chiropractor.
I'll stretch with you if you want after this.
I need you to give me a rub down.
I tried doing that thing where I cracked your back. It didn't work, though, last time.
Like, it's weird because it's like right up here. Like right
here?
Like,
Right all in here?
Yeah, like I've never had pain there. Usually you get it in the lower.
You think it's your posture while you play video games in bed that's catching up with you?
Yeah, because I lay down and then my head's just like pitched up.
Yeah.
And I'm just like playing for hours at a time like
It's
a
probably
fucking moron.
It's probably
Sorry,
Long
not
Colin
speaking into the
Moriarty.
microphone. All right.
And that's the pure one, Tim Gettys.
Let Tim host.
How you guys doing?
Good.
How was your Thanksgiving?
Fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah, crushed it. Had a lot of pumpkin pie.
You had all that pumpkin pie in
What's
Costa Rica?
crazy is that, they celebrate Thanksgiving in Costa Rica. 100%. Don't know why. They celebrate it. They go harder than we go here.
What does that mean?
Everyone's drawing hat like just the little turkeys on their
turkey
fingers.
hands. Yeah, they do that. They do. They're huge fans of the sweet potato mash.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, that's some advanced shit. That's a
Mashed sweet potatoes?
No. Mashed potatoes that's a norm.
Yeah.
Sweet potato mash.
Yeah.
Whole other level.
Is it?
You got
Isn't
the
it
brown
just the same
sugar.
thing?
You got maybe if you're going hardcore into it, you're mixing in some sort of like little spicy elements
Cinnamons?
to it. Yeah, some cinnamon things.
And we're
Yeah.
still in Costa Rica?
I don't know what the fuck we're talking about anymore.
Thanksgiving
Did
hasn't
you
even
ever-
happened yet.
Uh,
Lying.
We are lying to you. This is being recorded before Thanksgiving, but we'll post after Thanksgiving. This will post on Black Friday, but we've learned not to talk about Black Friday on this show.
Yeah, it's true. But there's a sale going on. You should check that out. kindafunny.com/store. 10% off everything for the holidays. You should buy you and your girlfriend and boyfriend and all your friends shirts. All the T-Shirt Tuesday shirts are back.
That's the biggest part.
Yeah.
10% off everything.
Mhm.
A new Tim shirt.
If you wanted the Colin Was Right shirt, you can get it.
You got it.
You can get it for your friends and your mom and your sister.
Do you sell them in porty sizes yet?
No. I mean, I don't know. Everything is adaptable.
It'd be like
Needs to be
a
about this size.
triple extra small.
Don't
I'll
do-
make him one.
Okay.
Why don't we make him shirts?
I don't know. He could just be a traveling billboard.
You know what I want
We
him
could
to
put
wear?
him in shirts that say watch
You would need to
kindafunny.com.
travel.
No, listen. We put them in shirts that say watch kindafunny.com. Then when we record shows, we just open the front door and let them
Just
out.
Let them go.
And then they come back.
Okay.
How far do you think you'd get?
He'd be smushed by a car immediately.
You think so?
Yeah,
He'd just immediately run under the wheel of a UPS truck.
It's one of those where honestly he'd go out and then realize no one was with him and he would stop and come right back. He would understand something's wrong.
It's just like me when Kevin and Tim don't go to Starbucks with me. If I'm going by myself, I walk and I'm like, it's not the same.
Yeah.
I come back and wait for him to get out of the show.
You know, you've thrown my circadian rhythm off entirely.
Thank you
Shit.
for using that word.
Yeah.
Word of the day calendar paying off. All right.
But yeah, I'm totally fucked because the last couple days we've been like doing things in the morning separately. And then you haven't been coming in at the same time you normally come in,
Yeah.
and I haven't either. And then I'm like, I get here, I'm like, do I go to Starbucks?
Mm-hmm.
But Nick's not here.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Meanwhile,
weird.
I've already
I did
been to
it one of
Starbucks
the
4
days.
times.
Yeah.
I just keep going. I'm finally at a place with my local Starbucks where they're giving me free coffee. I don't want to rat them out. I'm not trying to get anyone in trouble.
Yeah.
But it's awesome.
No, that's
Who's
always the
listening? You think
best.
Mr. Starbuck is listening? He's going to come
I
down
think
hard on
Phil
these guys?
Starbuck is listening right now. And he's like, what? I need to know where he goes to get
I'm
free
gonna
coffee.
canvass every San Francisco Starbucks till I find this one.
When we were shooting Love and Sex stuff last week, we were at near, I don't know what the hell that section, the little area is called.
It's a Presidio.
In the Presidio.
Mhm.
And this Starbucks lady's walking with just an insane amount of milk. Like, how many milk jugs was she holding?
She had like a good 6
Milk.
jugs. Now it wasn't
milk. I'm
necessarily
sorry.
just milk. For the context of the story, this doesn't matter at all. But I want you to know there was some half and half mixed in there. Maybe a little 2%, maybe a little whole milk. But what you're reacting to is the fact that I knew her. Not only did I say what's up, but I knew her, and she was the manager from the Union store, and I knew that she was stealing milk from the Presidio store for the Union store.
Oh.
Yeah, and he called her out.
Called
He
her
called
out.
her
See,
out
now
hard.
you're really
shit.
getting people in trouble. You're talking about managers and store names.
Oh,
Now
stealing
Mr.
shit.
Star
Oh
Phil
my
Starbuck
God,
is all
yeah.
over this one.
You've never talked about
Feels
people's
like-
names at random businesses that you call, and
How's Linda doing?
Linda's fine, everybody.
All right.
She retired. When Dick Portillo sold it, she was like, I'm out. This isn't a local business anymore.
How's that girl from the 1-800-FOX line that you
My
called?
God.
That's a Patreon exclusive
They,
episode.
they wouldn't know about this yet, but this month's Patreon exclusive
they
episode
might.
that I mean, at least the date I put down should
No?
be
Okay.
the day after this. if
You know
they're
more
hearing
about
this.
me.
Yeah. Anyways, we did what might be the best Patreon exclusive Game Over Grady episode ever. Where
It's a slow build.
we just fucking talk, but eventually we prank call accidentally. We didn't mean to prank call, but then we were calling Fox Home Entertainment, and then we lose our shit and we become.
You'll see.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Patreon.com/kindafunny.
Shit.
It wasn't a prank call. It was a legitimate, why the fuck do they have a 1-800 number on the back of a Blu-ray call that turned into Greg.
All right, just save it. Save it for the
Unable
show.
to breathe.
Save it for the show. Save it for the show. You can get. If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Game Over Greggy Show. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather on this table, each bringing a random topic of discussion for your amusement. If you like that, head over to patreon.com/kindafunny, where you can toss us a few bucks and get each and every episode early, along with the exclusive episodes we
Yes.
just talked about, and a bevy of perks. If you have no bucks to toss, no big deal. Go to youtube.com/kindafunny, where we break it out topic by topic, day by day, until we post the entire thing for free on Friday as a video and an MP3.
I had bucks to toss.
I'm glad you did. I thought about tearing them in half.
Oh
I
my
thought that'd
God.
be disrespectful.
It's like,
Colin would fucking shit himself.
like $5 there.
we have an
my boy
inflated
GW.
economy, so it's better that we get some of the money out of here.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I've been saying.
When you tear a dollar bill up, it makes the other dollar bills more valuable.
You get $2.
That's not quite true.
Ladies and gentlemen, Thanksgiving is still coming up for us, and we are thankful for you. That's why all the topics today, for the first time ever, are from patreon.com/kindafunny, where you can go back us and get your topic on the show, just like Kenny Char did. Kenny Char says, assuming none of you are in a committed relationship, would you fuck a porn star?
Unequivocally.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think I could. Now, stick with me. It's not for the reasons you think. It's not because I'm worried about diseases or anything. Porn stars, cleaner than you or I, for sure. Cleaner than most people you meet at the bar or the streets or whatever. You know what I mean? You with me? They got to get tests all the
Do
time.
you watch porn?
They got
I
no, I
don't,
don't. You know that. I read it.
I
Porn
don't.
stars?
Now,
Yeah.
they get
They get
tested.
tested
a lot, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's just a lot of things about STDs. Like some STDs just don't show up on blood tests. So,
They lay dormant.
like the ones that are super, like I think herpes and
But
genital warts.
but to get herpes,
both
don't you have to
show up.
like see the herpes?
Not that you know from any personal experience.
No, I used to be crazy. I used to be crazy neurotic about STDs, about not getting STDs.
Now you
And
don't care.
Now he doesn't give a fuck.
because
He'll lick syringes he finds on the floor.
Oh
God,
my
yeah.
God.
yeah, I like to roll around. What is that? What
It's
are you
a
doing?
So,
Let me see.
Jesus.
so I mean, just for example,
beautiful.
this, right?
Yeah.
No, your answer's no, Greg.
I would be too
Wait, are we talking
intimidated.
about the guy or the girl? Which one are we doing?
I mean, it's up to you.
He has a huge dick.
That thing is huge. That's a
I would
fucking
definitely
big black baseball bat.
Good for him. Good for. I mean, that's a description. That's an
Black. That's what it is, right?
That's an accurate description for the viewer at home that we can't show the pornography.
really is.
The pornography
It really is.
that's being shown to us.
It really is.
Amazing.
It's
I mean,
very
the only
accurate.
other way to imagine would be imagine if Portillo was all black and in someone's mouth.
And halfway into a 22-year-old's mouth.
I'd be too intimidated. I couldn't
You mean-
do it.
really?
They're too good at sex. I'm not that good at sex.
But okay, you just broke me. No, like porn doesn't mean you're good at sex. Like porn sex and sex, very different sexes. Greg.
Sure.
And that doesn't mean you don't necessarily. It's not like you're better or worse. You're still. I'm sure you're a gentle lover, Greg.
I am.
Do you
And
know
I'm
what sex
sure-
is?
When you cut the hole, it's your birthday and you cut the hole in the sheet.
I can't tell if he's kidding.
I don't get it.
Write it down.
That's a Mormon. Is it Mormon?
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's some religious
No, it's not Mormon. It's
Scientology?
no.
ghosts.
It's on a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode. What the fuck is it? Oh, I can't remember.
What do you do with the sheet?
You
put the
fuck
sheet in
through the
between.
sheet.
I get that, guys. I was joking.
I'm sorry.
It's because you can't see the woman naked. I think. I don't know what religion it is. It's a a famous Curb Your Enthusiasm episode though.
That's weird.
Oh my. Yeah. I mean, yes. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Some of these girls I see on
We're not talking about dating, right? We're just talking about giving the opportunity.
Kenny
You're
Char's thing
single.
is just now you've we're going down that path in a
Layers.
second. Kenny's question is though, would you fuck? And that's his nomenclature, not mine. A porn star.
I mean, I would, just because I'm sure I would be attracted to said person, and I don't think that there's, as long as you're being safe and you're taking the proper precautions, why not? I don't think it would be as great as everyone thinks it is, though, because I feel like when they're on camera, they're clearly, like to Tim's earlier point, they're clearly performing. And when you get someone by themselves and there's that level of intimacy, I'm sure it's just as good as any other sex you had with your wife for the last 9 years.
You're the best.
But I don't think I could. I don't think I have the confidence to date someone in that industry, though. I don't think that I would be able to see them hey, like when I get up in the morning and my wife's about to go to work and I'm about to go to work, I'm like, hey, have a great day at work. I know that there's a possibility she might come in contact with someone of the opposite sex because she works in the
Pilates.
She's a Pilates instructor, so she's probably going to stretch someone at some point. But that's a far cry away from knowing that someone might be inside of
getting
her.
stretched.
I'm gonna say.
Right.
Wait, whoa.
Tim said it.
I wasn't going in that direction.
I was.
What is your wife doing right now?
Right now she's at work.
Call her over here. Cut her a kind of funny check and have her stretch out Colin.
Oh, she should stress you out.
Let's see where I want to ride it a few more days. See what happens. I think it'll go away. I think it'll go
Now-
away. I feel like I'm being cut in half.
Talk
but
offline. Are you? You're noticing the problem. You're noticing that it's probably because you're sitting in the same position playing video games all night. Did you just do that again last night?
The last night he sat on the couch out there, or laid on the couch out there, listening to music for a long time.
That's not bad. Though.
No.
But he's
Just lay
late. I mean,
down
he's
flat.
late. Those couches aren't meant to be laid on the way.
Those
anyway.
couches are barely meant to be sit on.
I know.
I don't
Actually,
touch, I don't
it's time
touch
to get
those
rid of
couches.
Huh?
I don't ever touch those couches.
No, you don't like
What
them?
does that mean? Do they gross you out?
No.
I've been thinking about getting new couches for a while.
You should get new
Actually, time
couches.
to pull the trigger.
Get new couches, Greg.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll love them sitting on and farting on them.
Yeah, I guess. All right, so here's the thing about this. We all look at porn once in a while, right? Once in a while, just once in a blue moon.
Mm-hmm.
And why are you looking at me like that, Kevin?
Kevin's looking at porn right now on his Google Watch.
We look at porn. I'm conservatively here at work. At least once a day. At least once a day, someone, I'm not going to point any fingers. It's usually me. Sometimes it's Kevin. Sometimes it's Tim. We'll go, hey, take a look at this. And if it's not porn, it's borderline porn. Like yesterday, you were showing me that twerk girl.
Lexi Pantera.
And it was great. She is great. But after 5 minutes straight of the shot just being her ass twerking, that becomes pornography. I'm sorry.
No.
It just is. It's
By
porn.
definition, it is
porn.
not.
If she dropped her pants,
I mean,
and the big black
the
bat
definition
came
of
out.
pornography is knowing it when you see it.
the
So
big
he just nailed it.
the big black baseball bat. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I find I don't know. Porn is the third rail of conversation, like general conversation. It's like one of those things where everyone looks at porn in some respect. I really believe that. And every man does, and I think a lot of women do too. And there's nothing wrong with that. Of course you'd want to be with them because you're attracted to watching them have sex with someone else. The thing that I always am fascinated about with men and women when I watch porn is I always look for wedding rings and wedding bands because they're more common than you think, especially on the men. Like some of these guys are fucking straight up married. And some of the girls are straight up married.
It's part of the fantasy.
It is, but why I bring that up is because that would be, I respect the sex trade. If that's what you want to do, it's great, fantastic, good for you. I'm for legalizing prostitution, so it's not like it's like that would be a step too far for me for porn. I think it's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But that would be a step too far for me if I was with someone who was a porn star. They're going to work and just getting fucked. And there could be some diseases. I mean, it's fair to say that the industry does shut down once or twice a year when there's an HIV outbreak or something like that happens, because HIV is a latent disease. It does take 3 to 6 months, I think, to even show up on blood tests. So they shut it all down. You see those stories every once in a while where they're like, no, there's no production now until we figure out who has it. You know,
in California, you have to wear a condom now in porn. Is that the thing? Right? Okay.
Yeah, which is why they're just not going to be filming them here anymore.
That's
why a lot of it's filmed in Florida.
Gotcha.
What I understand.
So I mean, I think that there's a strange amount of nuance to the question in the sense that, you know, if you're just having a sexual relationship with them, absolutely. I mean, it's, you know, a lot of these women are fucking gorgeous. Yeah, like it's they are like the ideal sexual fantasy of a lot of men. That's why we watch it. So it's there's nothing wrong with that. I'm unabashedly unashamed of saying that.
Do you feel like it might ruin it for you a little bit though, once you break through that barrier of like being with the person that's the fantasy and then realizing that they are or are not fantastic?
Sure, but I think it could be.
That's
but
everything though.
But I was just gonna say, I think that's sex.
A hot girl.
I actually think that's just sex. Like, I think sex is fantastic. I love having sex. We all love having sex, but it is not
Kind of Funny approved.
You remember when you had sex for the first time, like when you lost your virginity, and you're like, I was like, that was fun.
Best 6 seconds of my life.
I was like, that was fun, but I'm like, that was not this life-altering step of my life. Like, it was, it's an important moment, but I wasn't like, and I've never, you know, I've always looked back at that and been like, you know, we all were excited to lose our virginity when we did. I was in high school when that happened, and you know, I was like, yeah, that was fun. I want to do that again, but it was
I don't know if I agree with you on that, man.
It was life changing.
It's not be all end all for me. I think we focus too much on it.
I mean, I agree that I think there's a little too much focus on it, but just a little too much. Not that much too much. Like it's pretty legit.
It is legit. I'm not judging, and I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying I don't want to have sex. I'm just saying that we overemphasize its importance.
Be honest with you, it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. That's the
know
other.
what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't tell you that.
But you got to put the work in. That's it pays off in the end.
Anything worth doing is worth doing right.
Right.
But sometimes, I'll be honest with you, I just want to watch Netflix. I just, you know.
No, I got
it. It's like,
Kevin's
hey,
saying
should we have
no.
sex or should I just watch an old episode of Psych on Netflix?
That's fucked up, and you're
to be
stupid.
honest with you, sometimes I choose that.
No, I've had it before where things start to happen and like you're tired and like I could just go for bed, but then like then the switch flips. Like, wait a second, that was dumb.
Yeah, I mean that's a total mindset thing. I've talked about this before on the show, but like horniness is just like it's like being drunk. Like you're not sober, and all of a sudden you're a different person, and it's just like, and then the moment that you ejaculate,
you come.
I didn't want to say cum. It sounded too
Why?
nasty.
I think cum sounds good.
But the moment that happens, you just revert back. It's like you turn into a werewolf.
Yeah.
And it's like inexplicable, like how crazy.
I can go back to my daily business and what my problems are and all this other stuff.
But the things that I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
When
you're horny? Oh, yeah.
My God.
Oh, I know.
It is a pretty incredible thing.
And it's just
intoxicating.
But it's like before it, it's like, yeah, I'll be like in my head, I'll be like, I would rather sleep right now, or I would rather do this right now, or this, or whatever. But then the moment, I don't even know what every time, it's not like it's one thing. It's little tiny things happen. It's like, usually it's boobs. Boobs usually do it for me.
I feel like...
But that'll happen, I'm just like...
Boobs.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
I feel like as you get older and the longer you're with someone, the peak and valley of the horniness to laziness factor starts to even out a little bit. And so when you get horny, you're only just like 5% more excited than you were before, which can really just be easily kind of glossed over. You know what I mean? Like I've talked about this before. Some nights, like I'll tuck my wife into bed if she goes to bed way earlier than I do.
What do you call it?
I'm not going into
that.
Okay.
Okay.
We're not going to say the term for what I call.
Why? Is it dirty
tucking
or
my
is
wife.
it?
No, it's cute. It's my little.
Give it
cute,
to us. Give it a little bit. It's cute.
I got to keep something. For
You
me.
won't show your
gotta
tummy
keep
and you
something
won't
for
tell
me.
us your cute tucking term. I don't like it one bit.
Tuck-in term. I like that.
I'm gonna make it up.
But you know how it is when you're
Snicks.
Snicks.
Honey, lay in the bed. I'm gonna snicks you.
I'm gonna snicks you.
Run away if anyone ever says that to you.
Just grab the sharpest thing possible and stab their eyes out. But you know, I think as a guy, I think maybe I'm just conditioned. I've conditioned myself to always prod just to see if it's happening. You know what I mean? I'll be like,
So in the middle of snicks, and you're doing this.
I'll start tucking in, right, and then
Yeah.
I'll maybe just give it a little bit of a linger. Like, is this happening today?
Yeah.
Just see. But sometimes
9
she
times
goes,
out of 10.
This can 9 times out of 10. No, I'm tired. I'm too tired. I'm like, great. It's a relief.
Oh, thank
It's a
God.
relief. I don't need
I
to
can go watch Psych.
I don't need to perform tonight. The Flash is on. I got to see if Damien Dark, I'm sorry, that's Arrow.
I'm with you. Don't worry.
You're with me.
It's all the same universe, so it's kind of crossover. Don't worry.
But every once in a while, she'll go, I'm down if you're down. And then
Calls
it's
your bluff.
Then it's gut check time. Am I really, do I really want to do the whole thing?
But you do it. Every time you do it. You're Nick
I
Scarpino.
do it, and then when I get into it, I'm like, oh, this is fantastic, and this is great, this is really enjoyable. But all the moments leading up to that, it's like, am I going to be sore the next day? Is it going to...
Are you? Never mind.
Well, you know what I mean? It's, sometimes you're just like, do I have to try hard? Is this going to happen fast? Is this going to be like an hour-long excursion? I wasn't prepared for this. I didn't wear the right jacket. Colin knows. You're laughing at me. You know exactly what I'm talking
No,
about.
I do. I absolutely do. I think it's an ordeal is really what it all is at the end of the day. But it's a good ordeal.
No,
it's
it's
a good ordeal.
It's an ordeal you dreamed about for years.
Yeah. And then you're like, no. No, I mean, sex is a great thing. I just think that we do overemphasize it. I think it's bad for society to overemphasize it. I don't think sex is bad. I don't think sex should be taboo. I just think that it's like everything revolves around it, and it's a little disappointing sometimes. Because I think there are winners and losers in the sex game, as I like to say, Kevin. And
Paul is definitely a loser.
And Paul is one of the biggest losers in the sex game. There's no doubt about that. But
He's true. What are you going to say? What are you going to say?
Why?
She's a loser.
it doesn't mean she's a loser per se. It means that she's a loser in the sex game.
That's not a nice thing.
No, she's a
I'm
great...
really saying it about
No,
you.
yeah. No, this is a reflection on you. Yeah.
But no, I hear what you're saying. That's deep relationship sex,
Yeah.
and that's just too much.
No.
Now we can have casual sex or new sex or whatever. And those are different kinds of things. But we're really getting away from the topic. The topic is committed relationship. Would you fuck a porn star?
No, but look, it's true.
No, you're not in a committed
To
relationship.
that
Even
point,
if you are, whatever.
To your point, you're right. So the porn star sex fits into new sex, right? It fits
And
into
casual sex.
Casual sex, those first two categories, which when you're single and or haven't had sex in a while, you are willing to run a fucking marathon to have sex. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you seen those fucking stupid Spartan races where people have to jump over fire and then
Tough
swim
Mudder?
through fucking mud? I don't know why people do this. I will mark my words, never do this. Saying it right now, I will never jump over fire to swing across a rope and then get electrocuted. Have you seen these things? They have like fields they got to run through to get electrocuted. You're psychotic.
Yeah.
But I would do that to have sex for the first time with a new person. I probably would. Because you put the effort in it now. You know what I mean?
Your wife doesn't listen to this
Nah,
show.
my wife doesn't. She doesn't listen to me literally when I'm standing in front of her. But you know what I mean? Like
When you're snicking her, she has no idea what's
She
happening.
has no idea. When you're at a bar and you meet that person for the first time, you're like, I'm kind of tired. I don't really feel like being here. And then you'll see a girl that's interested in you, and all of a sudden, it's all different. Everything changes. You're like, I am ready to fucking lift weight if I have to. I will kill a man. I will strangle a fucking dog just to talk to this girl for 5 more minutes.
There's one right here you can strangle.
Oh my god.
He's got it coming. You can do it with one hand.
Yeah.
And slow jerk with the other.
He would just look into my eyes and be like, I accept this.
I understand, Nick. I
Sweet
approve.
release.
He does the thing where he like puts his little paw on your wrist while you do it. It's like it's
Just
okay.
helps
It's
tighten it just a
okay.
little bit.
All right, well, let's go around the table.
Sweet release.
So Nick, you say yes.
I say yes.
I don't think I physically could. I think I would be too lost in my head. Couldn't get a boner. Be all worried.
Oh, you'd get a boner. I think the problem is the opposite. The problem is, are you too excited? You know, are you too excited to have sex with the porn star?
I would overthink every move.
I would just do what I do. Take it as it comes. So like, if it's good or not, I mean,
What are you from the South? You sounded on a real drawl there.
Take it as it comes.
Take it I would
Stupid
definitely
is,
do it,
stupid
but it's
does.
like I wouldn't expect it to be good. But to be fair, I never expect it to be good from my performance.
You must.
Like
Like,
if
just
they,
lay there?
if they enjoy it, I mean, I want them to, and I'm damn sure trying.
That's an important. That is
Goddamn,
a
I'm
really.
trying.
That is an essential point. Every time I've ever had sex, I've been like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no.
All right. You know, and it seems like you're enjoying yourself. So that's there's something to be
That's
said about
something.
that.
I was walking with my wife down the street the other day, and I was like, "Did you realize that you chose me, right?" She's like, "Yeah, I fucked up. And I was like, "Yeah, you're married to me now.
Yeah.
I own half your shit."
Wow.
No, she owns half your shit, and that might be a problem.
Nah, it's not gonna be a problem.
I just think
She's
about how
She's gonna be a great
uncoordinated.
shareholder in the business.
I just think about how uncoordinated I am, just in general.
You
when
are.
it comes to doing anything.
You're
know?
not physically inclined.
No, like today, Kevin had to help me like tape a box. I was just, I couldn't do it. And it's like, I don't understand how people let me
Thank God sex doesn't involve any
wiggle
boxes.
on top of them naked.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
No, that's the one. That's the really weird thing about sex. I feel like is that even when both parties want to do it or whatever, they and this is in a heterosexual relationship, they have no idea how it feels for the other person. You know what I mean? Does that ever? Do you ever think about that?
Oh, I think about that constantly.
Like, what is it like to have a
I think
vagina and have something
I've thought
inside it?
about that
What does that feel like?
more than I've thought about anything of real substance in my
Okay.
entire life.
It must feel great.
You hope?
I mean, it must. Right.
The clit's got all the nerves and stuff in it. I know that.
I mean, the thing is, like, trying to explain, because I've had this conversation with many, many women.
And that's the
Just
weird
how
thing
does
is
it
like when
feel?
they're like, well, how does it feel to have a dick? And you're like, oh, right, fuck.
Man, shit.
God damn, I can't even explain that because I've had it forever.
Yeah. It's weird. I can't explain an orgasm. How does an orgasm feel? I don't know. Really good. That's pretty much it.
I'm uncomfortable with this conversation.
Really?
I don't
Yeah,
like when
becoming
Tim,
extremely
because Tim
uncomfortable.
gets super quiet.
Yeah, he's talking about
He starts talking
orgasms
about
and he's
his
talking
big
in a
throbbing
southern
dick.
drawl.
I like orgasms and I like southern things.
Didn't he once equate it to Coke?
Oh yeah.
Orgasm to Coke?
Yeah. Coke on a cold day, a hot day, or a cold day.
Coca-Cola.
I just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nick equates
No
it to
one's,
Coke.
yeah, no.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I thought you meant cocaine. I was like, I don't know if they're similar or not. I haven't tried cocaine just yet, but Kevin and I have a plan to do it one day.
Yeah?
Yeah,
What's the plan, Kevin?
There's no plan.
it's gonna happen. Kevin talked me into it. He really wants to do it, so we're gonna do it.
I didn't know you wanted to do cocaine.
Yeah,
Oh.
This is what we're talking about with the Paula thing. You're trying to do hard drugs.